here in the season, but of course with the COVID-19 situation down in New South Wales, we have these two teams facing off against each other in what should be a really intriguing lineup as the two captains come together for the coin toss in Claire Polkinghorne and Jenna McCormack. Jenna McCormack only announced as captain a couple of days ago, so she'll look to lead a very different looking Melbourne City lineup, I can tell you, to what we saw when these two sides met each other last season in this fixture. I've lost so many big names: Rebecca Stott, Steph Catley, Lydia Williams, just to name a few. But I can tell you, Rado Vidosic's team is still believing this season that they can have the same success that they've had in previous seasons. As the two teams just in their regular huddles, as it will be Melbourne City kicking to the left of screen and the Brisbane Roar to the right of screen, as we're just about to get this one underway. The opening fixture of the Westfield W League for the 2020-2021 season. Finally, football is back. And I can only assume the opening 10-15 minutes will be played at a quite high intensity, with these two sides not having played football for so long. Head-to-head, City hold a decisive advantage over the Roar, winning 8 games to 2 and 1 draw. The Roar, in fact, have never led against Melbourne City at half-time, so they'll be looking to change that around as we get things underway here. And it's time for me to welcome John Kosmina alongside me. Welcome to you, John Kosmina. Should be a cracking afternoon of football here at Dolphin Stadium.
Good day, Jared. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's great to get football back on the screens, but it's great to be back at football again as well. And it's going to be a great game this afternoon. You mentioned Rado Vidosic, saying that confident that a virtually brand new Melbourne City side can still make the finals, but he's also tipped Brisbane as probably the contenders for the premiership and or the championship as well. But Rado's a very canny sort of coach. He's got a whole lot of new players, but he'll have them organised, that's for sure.
As we just saw Emily Gilnick back in Raw colours, just break away because here's Hecker down the left-hand side. Real Hecker looking for the cutback. Almost getting there in the end. City able to clear only as far as Yallop. Now to Winona Heatley now. Good positive signs from the Raw. Goes from Heatley looking for Gilnick. It was Johnson just flying to that, and they'll look to get it clear. Dispossessed by Heatley again. Ball back across, Gilnick, chance here, Yallop, is that in? Claims that it went in. Referee says no, not given, and they survived that early scare, Melbourne City.
It's a great ball to the back post. The great ball to the near post, and a chip, little dink over the top there. Whether it was a chip intended to go past the keeper or for Tamika Yallop at the back post, I'm not sure, but it basically should have been in for the Roar. They should have led, or should be leading.
Not even 2 minutes played here. Huge chance it was for Tamika Yallop. 13th W League season this year. 12 for the Roar, 1 for Melbourne City, of course. She's played the 3rd most W League games, 128 games, and became a mother in the off-season. So congratulations to Tamika Yallop, almost opened the scoring. There's Heatley, heavily involved player from the NPL Women's Queensland competition. Now Gorry, what a sight it is for Raw fans to have her back again. Gilnick again gets it fortunately. There's Hecker, it's just wide. This is danger signs for Melbourne City. A really positive start from the Raw.
Yeah, look, they've got the wind at their back and they're taking full advantage of that at the moment. Melbourne City pinned back. It's fine to get all your organisation and your stuff, your setup and your tactics and your philosophy and everything in training, but this is the real thing now, and it's a totally different mindset required.
TJ Vlanic, who's right on cue on the ball there, putting it out to the near side, has got her hands full in these opening exchanges with the returning Emily Gilnick, of course. Now City, can they break forward? Chance for Palmer. Holly Palmer, of course, linking up with Davidson, the two former Raw girls from last season, making the switch down south. Here's Vlanic. Poking on across smartly. All the way back to poking on, another touch. Gilnick not quite reading that one. Quite coming off between those two, but it was a good spot from Claire poking on. Now Davidson. Nervy touch there on that occasion. All the way back to Georgina Worth for her first touch. Brisbane Roar goalkeeper this season. Made the local NPL Women's Queensland Team of the Season this year in 2020. Had a stellar season for Capalaba, and she's looking to do it on the national stage now, with being backup keeper to Mackenzie Arnold for quite a while. She is now the number one. Johnson in nicely. Switch there from Robine, was looking for Holly Palmer, not quite coming off. And Davidson and Marielle Hecker out on that far side. Those two players will know each other very well. Davidson and Hecker both having played for Lions in the most recent season of the NPL Women's competition here in Queensland. Now Vlanic with the throw in. There's Dobson. Looks like Winona Heatley's in a right fullback role. She's used to playing centre back, but Jake Goodship opting for the right fullback role because, of course, you've got the likes of Claire Polkinghorn and Kim Carroll in the centre of defence. There's Melbourne City and an early corner. Can they put some pressure on the Raw goal themselves, as it was all the Raw in the opening couple of minutes? Palmer to take. Turned over by Hecker on that occasion. The ball played forward looking for Marielle Hecker. All the way back to Micah now. She slightly miscues that. Thought the ball was going to go out. It didn't in the end. Here's Dalton. Way back to Kim Carroll, and not on the same wavelength as Gilnick on that occasion, who's gone out on that far side momentarily. Such a different looking Melbourne City outfit, Cozzy, to the side that we saw here when these two sides met last season, of course.
It's almost a year ago as well, Jared.
It is.
It is a different side, but Australian football is going to be different this season as well, for the same reasons that in the men's game as in the women's. A lot of players have actually moved overseas. They've taken advantage of that. And the good thing is, and you've already mentioned a few names from Brisbane Roar, the local players are coming in, NPL players that are getting a chance to play in the W League, and it's fantastic. Yeah,
well, you're right, Cozzy. They probably wouldn't have got this opportunity if the Raw had a few more of their stars like, say, Hayley Rasso, Carson Pickett, of course, all overseas at the moment, and it gives Jake Goodship a chance to blood some youth in the side. Polkinghorne did well to keep that ball in. It was a nervy initial touch. Johnson looking for the feet of Palmer, who turns it over. It's a nice play between Gorry and Hecker. And Hecker's away down this right-hand side. She goes the shot herself in the end. Almost catching Micah unaware.
Micah was actually anticipating the ball curling to Emily Gielnick at the back post. And I think the wind caught a hold of that one. And you can see how strong that wind is, and it is a distinct advantage for Brisbane Roar.
Yes, you could tell that Hecker wasn't actually going for goal, especially when she put her hand up to apologise to Gielnick, who she was looking for. Right on cue, nearly on the ball there. Now Holly Palmer turns it over to Yallop. Chance, here's Gielnick. Huge chance here for the Raw. Can they capitalise? And McCormick stands up ever so well, the City skipper. Vlanich, strong coming together there with her and Mario Hecker. That will give TJ Vlanich plenty of confidence. She was able to stand up in that challenge well. Hecker, beautiful ball on that occasion as the Raw are on their way forward again. Corner, this time for the Raw at the other end.
Slowly building some momentum, the Raw. Been fairly consistent in terms of how they play. You can tell they're very well structured because a lot of these players have played together. Melbourne City, on the other hand, defending into a stiff breeze and or against a stiff breeze. It's a new side, different setup. They defend with a back five, so it does make things a little bit difficult because they get that overload in the middle of the park.
From Hecker, headed away only as far as Heatley. Hecker will get it back and she's free as a bird. And it goes from Hecker. Johnson's there. It's a nervy one. Vlanich has got to be careful. Gorry across. Hecker's stayed over there. Going to link up with Gorry. Too much on it. Now Dobson, look how deep she's dropping for Melbourne City. The Melbourne City striker. Gorry getting another touch. Dalton. Forward it goes. Dobson looking to get on the end of this. Melbourne City bench with their arms in the air, but not given by the referee. As the crowd just slowly starting to build in here at Dolphin Stadium. Forward from Gorry. Gielnick, she's onside. She links up with Yallop ever so well to her left. Still Yallop goes. McCormick, timely challenge. Yallop gets it back though. Tries the shot. Wide of the mark from Tamika Yallop. But again, positive signs from the Raw.
It's a good fast break then. Good transition from the Raw. Recognise the situation to get the ball forward quickly, and they did.
She doesn't. Emily Gielnick look up for this game well and truly after returning from a stint in Sweden she had. Last play W League for the Victory. So back to the Raw, having played 84 of the 97 W League games for the Raw, scoring 8 goals in 37 games for the Matildas. A key addition to Jake Goodship's team this season. Here's McKenna. Intercepted well by Davidson. She read that really well, looking to link up with Dobson. Unable to do so though. And now Davidson's caught out of position. And it's that player again, Emily Gielnick, striding forward. Linking up with Yallop. And eventually the flag going up for offside.
Slightly mistimed her run then, Tamika Yallop. She was falling a little bit too quick.
The three-time premiership and two-time championship winner for the Raw, Tamika Yallop, has had an energetic start, it's fair to say, to this match here this afternoon. Gorry again. She's had plenty of touches. Riding one challenge as well. Back to Polkinghorne. Forward it goes. One for McKenna to chase. Johnson back there for City. The American just looking to shield the ball out. She's done ever so well. Well, the assistant has given the...
It was a fair decision, I think. Thought it was a corner.
I think Johnson was setting up for the goal kick. Corner given.
A little bit of gamesmanship.
Hecker across again to take the corner as we close in on a quarter of an hour play. Cheeky from Hecker. Feeds in Gorry. Back to Dalton, edge of the area. Shot blocked. Hecker again causing handfields for the Melbourne City defence. Gorry looking for support. Well defended in the end from Sarah Kane.
Good awareness there from the Brisbane Roar players. Recognised a 2-on-1 situation from the restart. Took full advantage.
Dalton, nice first time ball play. Hecker, here's Gilnick, chance off the woodwork and out. So close to the opener for the Raw. Beautiful play it was. Dalton with the first time ball. Mariel Hecker with the cute ball across to Emily Gilnick. Had Micah beaten, but not able to hit the back of the net on that occasion. Davidson linking up with Holly Palmer. Forward Davidson goes. Nice ball to Dobson. Orange shirts everywhere around her. She's done really well. Gets the ball away to Kane. Out to Vlanich. Little pass on that occasion from Allen. Now Dobson took a deflection and Worth able to prevent the corner. Did well. The Raw shot stopper coming across.
Probably a little bit ambitious from Riley Dobson there, but it was good combination play, good possession in that front third of the pitch. Showed a little bit of creativity.
Gilnick forward. She goes well. Dispossessed by TJ Vlanich. Davidson gives the ball away cheaply to Hecker, who's out on that far side this time. What can Mariel Hecker deliver? Touch too heavy, allowed Gina McCormack in. Played across. Johnson had to be very careful. That could have gone anywhere, and it's gone out for another Raw corner, this time on the far side. Sam Johnson, she walked away from professional football in June last year after making 90 appearances in the NWSL. And it goes from Hecker. Yallop in amongst there, Polkinghorne, back to Yallop it goes. Now Heatley, they can reset the Raw. Here's Gorry. Numbers are still in the middle if she wants. In it goes from Gorry. McKenna's there, strong challenge coming in there from Tegan Allen, and referee gives a free kick to the Raw in a very dangerous position.
6 of one, half a dozen there. I think they both went for the ball. I guess Tegan Allen went to ground, and I guess that's what was to her disadvantage.
Returns to Melbourne City, Tegan Allen, after 2 seasons with crosstown rivals Melbourne Victory. back in the sky blue this season as Gilnick and Gorry stand over this set piece for the Raw.
Great opportunity for the Raw here with the wind at their back.
Will they look for all power to try and utilise that
going
wind?
Outside the wall.
Gilnick
Tried to go through it.
To Gorry looking for the free kick, not given. Throw into City. City just looking to get out of their own half. Palmer holds the ball up nicely. Releases Leah Davidson out on the right-hand side. She's just looking for some sort of support in the middle. Almost fell, fortunately, for Dobson in the end, but Heatley across there. Gorry with the early ball play to Hecker. Micah's got to be careful. Eventually comes out and claims. Impressed with how Mariel Hecker and Katrina Gorry have linked up in the opening 20 minutes or so. Mariel Hecker, the Brazilian, of course, has a big futsal background and has put in 2 outstanding seasons in the local NPL Women's Queensland League here, which has got her to where she is today. Bowling over McCormack, free kick to City. There's the Raw fans, the Raw active support for this W League encounter. Making plenty of noise on that far side. Loose touch on that occasion from Mariel Hecker. And a stat that I said in the pre-game, the Raw have never been up at half-time against Melbourne City, which is quite an incredible stat, but they've never actually been in front at the break.
Well, they've played 21 minutes so far, Jared, and they should have had 2 in the back of the net. 2 really good clear-cut chances. There's the third maybe coming up.
Dalton, slightly too much on it from Isabel Dalton on that occasion.
There's a little bit more patience required there.
Davidson looks behind her to see if there's anyone chasing her down. Still Davidson goes out to Palmer. Still Davidson, nice 1-2 between them two. This is brilliant play from City, and eventually the flag goes up, but that was all sparked from the former Raw player in Leah Davidson. Brilliant from the fullback.
Great first touch there, and a little, not a look away pass, but a great move forward. Nice little slide pass in.
Just about City's best passage of play. They haven't had a lot of the ball. Just over 20 minutes gone. Can that spark them? Though, the exciting run from Davidson. Here's Gorry for the Raw. Ball with too much on it for Mariel Hecker. Johnson, a loose one from her as she was looking for TJ Vlanic, the Australian-born Serbian footballer. Won her first cap for Serbia in October this year. looking to keep it in. Ball going out. Such a young side this Melbourne City outfit is. So the experience of someone like a Sam Johnson right on cue will be very valuable to Rado Vidosic's side for this campaign. As she takes the free kick early, Johnson. Strong in there was Gilnick. There's Allen. Kane with the header, slightly sloppy from both sides at the moment. Bentley looks to chase this one down, and the Raw will reset from the back. Nice touch from McKenna. Johnson was in strongly there on Gilnick. Free kick given to the Raw. And the referee might even, she does, pull out a yellow card. So first yellow card of the season goes the way of Sam Johnson.
I wonder if that was for the tackle itself or for maybe a little whinge she had about the decision afterwards.
I can't recall her making...
It was a little bit dangerous.
The other tackle, so it must have been for that one. The Raw.
Actually did City a favour because Raw were away. Emily Gillick took the free kick quickly.
Taking one for the team there, Johnson. Here's Gilnick looking for some support. Back to Heatley it goes. Switch from Polkinghorne is a nice one on that far side. Here's Hecker. Nice link up play to the byline. It goes. Chance, is that a penalty? Referee has a think about it.
The shout for handball there against Sam Johnson, I think. And maybe rightly so. Have a look at this. Yep, arm was definitely involved.
Lincoln with the ball across. Brilliant link-up play between her and Hecker. And the Raw feel a little aggrieved potentially. They didn't get the penalty call go their way. It was an awkward one for Johnson. Definitely did strike the arm. Now Allen. Davidson in. And they get out of that one. Melbourne City. But again, it's just waves of attack from the Raw. They need to capitalise though. And find an end product with a goal on the board, because they've definitely had the better of the 26 minutes today. Flag up for offside, this time against City.
Ali Dobson was almost away there. The wind held that ball up. Went over top, but good defending from Brisbane Raw. They held their line. Dobson ran into an offside position.
Played forward is Dobson. Flag stays down. Huge chance here for City. It's Dobson. Saved by Worth. Makes herself big. Still a chance. Palmer. Forward she goes. There's a shot wide of the mark from Holly Palmer. Exciting stuff from Melbourne City. Definitely their best passage of play. So close to the opener.
What?
Raw definitely caught in transition.
Oh! Can you hear me, mother?
Gave that ball away in the middle of the park and got caught on the break.
Now Gorry to Yallop. Huge chance here for the Raw. They're on the move. 3 versus 1. The ball looking for Gilnick. Overhit by Tamika Yallop. End-to-end stuff at the moment. What a chance for Melbourne City. And then the Roar at the other end, looking for the quick counter. So close. Georgina Worth.
Great keeping from Georgina Worth there as well. She came out, she was composed, she stood her ground. She made Dobson make a decision.
Gilnick takes on Vlanic, does well. Forward she goes. McKenna, flag goes up. Nicely saved from Tegan Micah, regardless.
Good defending from Melbourne City in that instance, holding their line quite well.
Hey, Rado! Been a while, mate. We used to trust you. Didn't last very long.
I think we might have to get that effects mic moved. There's one in every crowd, isn't there?
You don't mind? Got a microphone here.
Apologies if you can hear that at home. Excited Raw fan, keen to see his team in action. Now Worth. Here's Dalton.
Very structured, the Raw, in how they play. That was great how they broke those lines there from Melbourne City. And now they're in.
Gilnick. Flag stays down this time. Numbers in the middle if Gilnick wants. To the byline she goes. She gets the ball back across. Saved by Micah. Still a chance though for the Raw. Here's Hecker. Marielle Hecker looking for runners ahead of her. McKenna. Flag stays down in the end. And it's a wasted opportunity from the Raw. Dalton, Hecker. Will the flag go up? It does go up this time. And these chances are starting to build up from the Raw, but they're not able to capitalise on them at the moment.
It's a little bit more composure when they get in behind the Melbourne City defence. It's easy for us to say up here.
Important touch, as we just saw on the replay from Micah. Otherwise, I think it was McKenna who was in the right area to prod it home. Heatley, that's a loose one from her, and that allows the corner for the travelling Melbourne City. Had such an impressive campaign, Winnie Heatley, for Lions here in the NPL Queensland competition, particularly the back end of it, which eventually saw them go on to lift the grand final. She was a huge part of that, I can tell you. But a loose one there allows the City corner. In it goes. Back to Kane. Chance here for City. The shot, it's saved in the end, possibly. No, referee's given the goal kick. The shot coming in from Robine. Nice turn from her, it was. Just not able to direct the shot goal bound. Worth having her angles covered as well. City just starting to warm to the task. Another corner for them. In it goes from Palmer. McCormick up there. Won't be able to track that ball down. Now Gorry. Nice switch on that occasion. Ball forward. Another through ball was looking for Mario Hecker. This time too much on it though. From Jamila Rankin. Neither side wanting the ball at the moment.
Wanting to keep the ball. I think they both want it. Conditions are tougher out there than it certainly looks on screen. It is warm, but this wind can cause a bit of havoc at times in possession, and certainly even when you're out of it as well. Only expecting it to get stronger this afternoon for the men's game as well.
Yes, of course, a double header here at Dolphin Stadium, about 30 minutes north of the city. But how exciting it will be to have a capacity crowd here, in particular for the men's game this afternoon or this evening. Won't be so many empty seats like we see at Suncorp, of course.
That's why it's a good move for the Roar, I believe. It's a fair crowd here already. The stand in front of us, the stand in shade, is almost full. 2/3.
Go on, Redcliffe!
And making plenty of noise, Cozzy.
Well, one guy is.
Here's Gilnick, middle of the park for the Roar. Has Blanich for attention, feeds in Hecker, out wide. The link up with Yalla, too much on it from Mario Hecker. Micah coming out to claim. Ball forward from Davidson, she was looking for Allen. Carroll back there. Heatley was looking for the first time ball. It was definitely on to Gilnick, but not the connection required. As the fourth official just telling Vlanich back a few metres. Carroll, the ball back in the orange colours. Kim Carroll, McKenna, Gorry, the switch is on out wide. Hecker leaves it for Rankin, she did well. There's two not on the same wavelength on that occasion. Is that stat going to stay the same yet again with the Roar not able to be leading at the break in any games against Melbourne City to date, and that's how it stands at the moment. It's not for lack of trying though.
You certainly want to take advantage of this wind in the last 7 or 8 minutes, maybe 10, a little bit of time added on, but they're going against it in that second half. Be interesting to see how, if the favour suits the team playing against the wind.
Hecker with the charge down, Micah. She wasn't expecting that one from McCormick. She did actually really well to adjust.
Great reaction.
Now Palmer, that might spark a little break for City. Carroll in the way. Palmer again, back to Kane. Now to Vlanich. Ball with plenty on it for Robine. Too much on it in the end. A terrific reaction save in the end it was from Tegan Micah. Sure, she wasn't expecting a pass back from her captain. Forward from Carroll gives Yallop something to chase. Yallop almost getting the better of Tumeth. Back to Micah though. I'm sure Rado Vidicic will be over the moon if they could go into the break with the score the same way, but the Raw might have something to say about that. Yallop, she's got acres of space in front of her. In it goes, saved by Micah. Still a chance. McKenna, here's Mariel Hecker. Saved again. The block from Tumeth. They're determined to keep this clean sheet to the half-time break, Melbourne City.
Desperate defending there from City, but very well done in the end. Raw looked like they were in an earlier ball across the face of goal from Tamika Yallop. They would have seen Mariel Hecker with a tap in at the back post. She took that extra touch, it just slowed things up, allowed Melbourne City defence to recover.
Micah, a strong claim again. She's growing in confidence. Just looking to take a breather for herself and also for Melbourne City teammates. Thompson looking for the 1-2 with Robine. Too much on it though. As Melissa Barbieri on the bench, just applauding that effort a moment ago of Teagan Micah. Of course, the assistant coach. He hasn't played a game since 2017-18 season. But I'm sure it has a big impact on this Melbourne City side, being the assistant coach, particularly the goalkeepers, of course. Here's Gorry. He's got Gilnick to her right. Feeds in Yallop instead. McKenna. Chance again for the Raw. The layoff. Back to Dalton, who strike it from long range, but well over from Isabel Dalton.
Great build-up again from the Raw there. McKenna, the ball in the feet in the box, facing the wrong way. Maybe could have tried to wriggle herself into a shooting position there. Not to be. See Sam Johnson gone down now. It's like some sort of a niggle.
Isabel Dalton, the 23 on her back. She's 23 years old as well. Played with Napoli in Italy recently and has recently returned here. Another season at the Raw. She'll be really looking to cement her spot in the starting 11 and put a stellar season in for the Brisbane Raw. She was really growing into it last season. Miscue from Micah. She actually started her career at the Brisbane Raw. Never played a game though, being a backup keeper. Nice little flick from Hecker. Allows Rankin in. Numbers in the middle as well for the Raw. It's too direct. Straight to Micah again. She has been busy, especially the last 5 or so minutes.
Good goalkeeping there as well. She anticipated that ball coming towards that near post. Starting position was great. Number 3 in line for the Matildas. Went to the last World Cup. Recently returned from overseas. A breakaway from that. Gilnick, is she onside? She is onside. Early ball played. They're queuing up in the middle. Here's McKenna, surely. Saved by Micah. What a save it is again. Thought for all money that was the opener to the Raw. They had numbers everywhere, and Teagan Micah comes up big. Great goalkeeping there again. Stayed up, made herself big. McKenna should have been able to slot that. Was a good early ball in. Across the back of that Melbourne City defence by Emily Gelnick. First touch from McKenna was good. Set herself up perfectly. Great goalkeeping.
Micah's recently returned from overseas after a training ground injury. Put an end to her time in Norway. Had to do her quarantining here in Brisbane.
Local girl, Joe Redcliffe girl.
Back where it all started, Cozzy. City. They'd be in dreamland if they could go forward themselves and pinch one before the break. Heatley, McKenna might be onside. Micah takes no chances and puts it up near our broadcast position. Thought for a second we were going to get into the action. Cozzy.
I don't know what it would have done if it came close to us. The touch isn't what it used to be.
Yellow. Is Gilnick onside.
Go back post here. Good ball.
She is. Micah diving again. It falls to Dalton. Back in from Dalton. A dangerous one and just over from Yallop. I don't think Yallop could believe that the ball actually fell to her in such a straightforward position.
She really wasn't expecting it. Let's have a look at this. Is it Jenna McCormack there? No, Tori Toomuth. She got caught with the bounce of the ball. Tamika Yallop not expecting it, which you must do in that situation as a striker. Took her by surprise, couldn't adjust in time. Another chance goes begging.
She could not believe her luck, Tamika Yallop, and in the end blazed it over.
This one's offside.
Offside flag coming up again against Tamika Yallop. She's frustrated after missing that golden chance a moment ago. Scored 3 goals last season for the Brisbane Roar. As we see the 1 minute of additional time in this first half. And somehow the scores are still 0-0. Throw in here for Vlanic in front of her own bench.
.30 seconds for Raw to take that lead.
Dalton. Dispossess. Allen in firmly. Gilnick, is she onside? She is. Forward, Emily Gilnick goes. Here's a late chance for the Raw. Cut across. McCormack in the way. Will there be time to take the corner? Referee gives the corner. Allows it to be taken by the looks.
That early ball on behind the Melbourne City defence from Emily Gilnick was on again there.
Came off Allen, who eventually that tackle forced the ball forward to Gilnick. And a huge chance. Hecker with the corner. Can they get one before half-time? They're all. It goes from Hecker. No one there. It falls to Yallop, who blazes wide of the mark. And that will do that for half-time. There's been plenty of chances, predominantly from the Brisbane Roar, but somehow they haven't been able to find the back of the net. At half-time, it's the Brisbane Roar 0, Melbourne City 0.